to locate the answer keys for the practice tests in the electrical exam preparation book, specifically for the 2002 National Electrical Code. Understand that the answer keys are not physically printed within the book itself. Instead, the publisher provides access to these answer keys online. To find them, navigate to the publisher's website. The most efficient way to locate the correct answer keys is to use the book's International Standard Book Number, or ISBN. This unique identifier is typically found on the back cover of the book, near the barcode, or on the copyright page inside the book. Once on the publisher's website, use the search function and enter the complete ISBN. This should direct you to the specific page for the electrical exam preparation book you are using. Look for a link or section specifically labeled Answer Keys, Practice Test Answers, or something similar. It might be located under Resources or Downloads tab. Clicking this link should provide you with access to the answer keys for all the practice tests included in the book. These answer keys may be presented as a downloadable document, such as a portable document format or PDF file, or they may be displayed directly on the web page. Be sure to verify that you are using the answer keys for the correct edition of the book, as there may be different versions available. If you encounter any difficulties finding the answer keys, consider contacting the publisher's customer support for assistance. They will be able to provide guidance or direct you to the correct resources. Always cross-reference the answer keys with your own work to understand the reasoning behind the correct answers and to identify areas where you may need further study. Using the answer keys effectively involves more than just checking your answers. It is crucial to understand why an answer is correct or incorrect. Take the time to review the relevant sections of the National Electrical Code and the textbook to reinforce your understanding of the concepts. Consider the following steps when reviewing the answer keys. Firstly, identify the specific National Electrical Code section or sections that relate to the question. The answer key may or may not explicitly state the code section, but you can often determine it based on the subject matter of the question. Secondly, read the relevant code section carefully. Pay attention to the specific wording and requirements. Thirdly, compare the code section to the question and the correct answer. Understand how the code section supports the correct answer. Fourthly, if you answered the question incorrectly, analyze your reasoning. Identify where you went wrong in your understanding of the code or the question. Fifthly, make notes on the concepts you struggled with and review them further. Use additional resources, such as online forums, study guides, or instructors, to clarify any confusion. Sixthly, rework the practice test questions periodically to reinforce your understanding and retention of the material. The National Electrical Code is a complex document, and it takes time and effort to master its provisions. Be patient with yourself and persistent in your studies. Remember that the goal is not just to pass the electrical exam, but to become a competent and knowledgeable electrician. In addition to the specific steps above, consider these general study tips. Firstly, create a study schedule and stick to it. Allocate specific times for studying each day or week. Secondly, find a quiet and comfortable place to study where you will not be distracted. Thirdly, break down the material into smaller, manageable chunks. It is easier to learn small amounts of information at a time than to try to cram everything in at once. Fourthly, use a variety of study methods such as reading, note-taking, practice questions, and flashcards. Fifthly, take regular breaks to avoid burnout. Get up and walk around, stretch, or do something else to refresh your mind. Sixthly, get enough sleep. A well-rested mind is better able to learn and retain information. Seventhly, eat a healthy diet. Proper nutrition provides the energy and nutrients your brain needs to function optimally. Eighthly, stay hydrated. Dehydration can lead to fatigue and difficulty concentrating. Ninthly, find a study partner or group. Studying with others can help you stay motivated and learn from each other. Tenthly, believe in yourself. With hard work and dedication, you can achieve your goal of passing the electrical exam. Understanding the structure of the National Electrical Code is also crucial for effective exam preparation. The National Electrical Code is organized into chapters, articles, and sections. Each chapter covers a broad topic, such as general requirements, wiring methods, or equipment. Articles provide more specific requirements within each chapter. Sections provide detailed rules and regulations. Familiarize yourself with the general layout of the National Electrical Code and how to find specific information quickly. The index is a valuable tool for locating specific topics within the National Electrical Code. Learn how to use the index effectively to find the information you need. Practice using the index to find the answers to practice questions. Time management is also critical during the electrical exam. You will have a limited amount of time to answer all the questions. Practice taking practice tests under timed conditions to improve your speed and accuracy. Develop a strategy for answering questions quickly and efficiently. One strategy is to read each question carefully and identify the key words. Then use the index to find the relevant sections of the National Electrical Code. Read the code sections carefully and choose the best answer. If you are unsure of the answer, make an educated guess and move on. Do not spend too much time on any one question. You can always come back to it later if you have time. Another strategy is to eliminate obviously incorrect answers. This can help you narrow down the choices and increase your chances of guessing correctly. Pay attention to the wording of the questions. The questions may be worded in a tricky or confusing way. Read each question carefully and make sure you understand what it is asking. Watch out for negative words such as not or except. These words can change the meaning of the question. Finally, stay calm and focused during the exam. Do not panic if you encounter a difficult question. Take a deep breath and try to answer it to the best of your ability. Remember that you have prepared for this exam and you have the knowledge and skills to succeed. Regarding specific topics within the National Electrical Code, there are certain areas that are frequently tested on the electrical exam. These include grounding and bonding, overcurrent protection, wiring methods, conductor sizing, and motor calculations. Focus your studies on these key areas. Grounding and bonding are essential for electrical safety. Understand the purpose of grounding and bonding and the requirements for installing grounding and bonding systems. Overcurrent protection is designed to protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. Understand the different types of overcurrent protection devices and the requirements for selecting and installing them. Wiring methods specify how electrical conductors are installed and protected. Understand the different types of wiring methods and the requirements for using them in various applications. Conductor sizing involves selecting the appropriate size of conductor for a given electrical load. Understand the factors that affect conductor sizing and the methods for calculating conductor size. Motor calculations are used to determine the electrical requirements for motors, such as the conductor size, overcurrent protection, and disconnect means. Understand the different types of motor calculations and the methods for performing them. Beyond the technical aspects, consider the ethical responsibilities of an electrician. As an electrician, you have a responsibility to protect the safety of the public and to ensure that electrical installations are safe and reliable. Adhere to the highest ethical standards in your work. Do not cut corners or compromise safety for the sake of expediency or profit. Report any unsafe conditions or violations of the National Electrical Code to the appropriate authorities. Continuously update your knowledge and skills to stay abreast of the latest changes in the National Electrical Code and electrical technology. Attend continuing education courses and workshops to enhance your professional development. Be a lifelong learner and strive for excellence in your profession. Remember that becoming a licensed electrician is a significant achievement. It requires dedication, hard work, and a commitment to excellence. Be proud of your profession and strive to make a positive contribution to the electrical industry and the community.